fresh out the oven. We gotta try the bread. It looks really pretty. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks.
I bet it'll taste like bread.
Probably. We outside. I got these cacti from my dad and we're gonna plant them. Sir, even fun?
Don't push the guitar into your neck. Don't strum with your elbow.
Strum with your wrist.
Strum with your wrist. I'm forcing you to use your wrist. Can you get all the way down to the last string? There we go. That sounds great. Push down a little more. Now give me this. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Great.
Hi. Oh, hello, hello. You joined me for the vlog. Hello, hello. Hello, vlog. Welcome to my video. Where do I begin? Not only did I finish work for the night, but I just finished work for the week. I just feel a huge weight has been lifted. I'm free. It is the weekend. This month has been pretty good in my personal life. As far as the world goes, it has been a total, utter shit show. It's hard not to let the current events bring me down. I struggle with anxiety and depression. And if I go down the social media rabbit hole of everything happening everywhere, it's pretty easy to get depressed. But as far as my personal world goes, things are going pretty well right now. I just wanted to connect with y'all, share what's been happening, what have I been up to. I've been planting things in the backyard, I've been cooking, spending time with friends, doing as much as I can outside. It's gorgeous in the desert right now. Going on walks, spending time with the puppies, reading more, journaling, just having a really good start to my 2026. Hello, sir. Hi. Hello. So if you watched my first video, the 2025 bingo card, I talked about how I wanted to get into reading. And last year I read more books than I have in my entire adult life. So this was the first book that I finished this year, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I started it last year and then finished it this month. It is an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. I highly recommend this book if you're trying to get into reading. I really enjoyed it. I really like anything that has to do with self-development and personal growth. Not only is it pretty easy to read, but it's talking about building good habits. There's so much information. It really breaks down the science of habits. I learned a lot. It validated a lot of things that I already practice in my daily life. One of the things that I already have been doing that this book talked about was habit tracking. Last year I bought this planner. I love this planner. It became one of my favorite parts of 2025. It was designed and printed with hope for the future by Art Over Order in Tucson, Arizona. What I love about this planner is just the format. It starts with the goals of the year, where I wrote down a bunch of different goals at different points of the year. And then here is the habit tracking section. So in January of last year, the habits I was tracking was my sobriety, meditation, movement, reading, Duolingo, journaling, going outside, and going on a walk. As I continued the year, I added things like cooking at home and being creative. I think habit tracking is a really great way to start developing good habits. Then your monthly overview. I'm obsessed with this planner. And then the weekly section where it has like your weekly calendar, priorities of the week, your to-dos, and like a notes section. So I loved this planner. Highly recommended something similar to this. I obviously had to get a new one for 2026. On this page, it has my goals for the year. I wanted to keep them a little bit more concise than last year. I'm gonna keep them to myself because they're personal to me. Once I achieve them, you will know. But I do like to talk about my habits that I've been tracking. I put them in a little bit of a different order. I'll probably switch the order of the habits for February. I don't really like the order. It doesn't look as pretty right now. And I took some away, added a couple different ones. This year, what I'm tracking for January is my sobriety, going on a walk, movement, meditation, journaling, reading, creative, cooking at home, Duolingo, and I added guitar.
Go back to the first one. How come your hand is moving to get to the other one?
Because my hand isn't ready.
So how come I can reach that?
Because you're talented. Huh. Fascinating.
Yeah, that's really good.
So after I finished Atomic Habits, I asked on my Instagram polls what my next book should be. And a lot of people want me to read The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. And I am so excited to dive into this book, but I wasn't really feeling like starting it right now. I feel like this is going to be a really good book for me to read in the springtime for whatever reason. It feels like a warmer weather book. So I'm holding off on this one for now. I really want to read this book, Emily Ratajkowski. Oh my God, I hope I'm saying her name right. I really want to read My Body. I heard great things and I just think she's a phenomenal woman. So this one is definitely on my list. A family friend wrote this book. It's called Suicide's Girlfriend. No one voted for this one. But I ended up going with Wild by Cheryl Strayed for my current read. I'm only 4 chapters in and it is so good. It's a true story about Cheryl being lost and found on the Pacific Crest Trail. I read a little bit every day. I'm loving it. It's amazing. If you were reading it and didn't know it was a true story, it is a story. It's wild. That's the name of it. I'm really enjoying this book. Ooh, and hold on. I also got another new book, The Moon Cycle Cookbook, a holistic nutrition guide for a well-balanced menstrual cycle. So if you're one of my male subscribers, this part of the video might not resonate with you. I wanted to sit down and have a little bit of a girl chat about hormone health because it's really important. Growing up, when I was a teenager, as a young woman, it was something I didn't talk about. As I got older, it's so important and we should be having these conversations and talking about our different phases. So I learned very recently about the different phases of my cycle and how to know how to take care of myself during the different weeks of the month based around my cycle so that I'm giving myself not just having a self-care day every once in a while, but practicing self-care every single day. So I got this book from my holistic guide, Adina, at the Guided Flame Spa, where I have started to go this year to get yoni steams. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm just a girl who is studying her own hormones and studying how I feel every month. So I started doing yoni steams 3 months ago. Basically, you go into a private room and you sit over a pot. Well, you have on a throne. You sit on a throne with an open hole that has an herb blend steaming and that goes into your lady parts. I started doing this because I guess in ancient Chinese medicine, they would do this to help regulate hormones. I was really curious to see how it would work, if it would work. 3 months in, I don't know if I can say that like I'm a completely changed woman because of it. The experience itself is really sacred and special, and I do enjoy going once a month to have this experience. It's very meditative. How it relates to my cycle, I get horrible cramps for like the first day of my period, and I break out like crazy. My biggest symptom during the menstrual cycle and my luteal phase is severe mood swings. I was diagnosed with PMDD, which is premenstrual depression disorder. So I get really sad, really mad, really frustrated, and then I'll be totally fine. The mood swings drive me insane. I don't want to be that girl. Right now, I'm coming out of my menstrual cycle, about to enter the follicular phase, and I feel chillin'. I have energy, I'm excited. If something were to go wrong, I believe I have my emotions in check where I wouldn't overreact to things. But when I'm in my luteal phase or the first few days of my menstrual cycle, I feel like I'm a ticking time bomb. To be aware, but to also not have control is really confusing. So my efforts in yoni steaming and getting the moon cycle cookbook is efforts in how to understand my cycle better, how to take care of myself better, how to tell my partner what I need during certain times of the month. Because the more that we understand about it, our personal lives feel a lot better. So far, I have made a couple different recipes. When I was in my luteal phase, I made the everything sweet potato toast with poached eggs. I made it for myself and my boyfriend, and we loved it. I have all the ingredients to make the rosemary and roasted garlic butternut squash soup. So I think I'm gonna make that tomorrow. It's getting late. I'm not gonna cook from this book tonight. I think I'm just gonna kind of work with my leftovers that I have, because I'm also baking bread tomorrow. Soup and bread, homemade soup, homemade bread. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. I am going to make some dinner and watch the new episode of Traitors. Oh yeah, if you have any TV show recommendations, please let me know. I binge watched Heated Rivalry. I binge watched I Love LA. If there are any Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, HBO shows that you would recommend, please send them my way. Drop them in the comments. Let's get back to the video.
See what's funny about what you're doing right now? So that's your E chord, right?
Yeah.
The full E chord in E minor is this right here. It's just a power chord. How much space is in between 0 and...
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's not quite the same thing.
Guy.
Yeah. You gotta be able to reach it no matter where your guitar is comfortable, right?
I'm not a different person, by the way. I'm the second head attached to Nika's right shoulder. Short recordings only. Hey, can I see the length on that, ma'am?
I'm gonna wipe out an entire species and I'm gonna be like, so I did a thing.
Oh, look. Hey, Johnny signs them all.
horn section.
And a treadmill. I mix that right left.
Halftime part if I hit that lyric so I can read what the lyrics are.
What are
The lyrics are ducking on my
All the
We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. Ever and ever, and you're my lover. And I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you. Can we always be this? I am my mother's only one. That's enough. Only love is baby. Ow.
New lights, new candles.
New lights, new candles. This is my donut, not yours. Do you love me or do you want my donut? Hope it's that you love me. Hi. Maybe try just like one big strum and let it ring out. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That's much better. Yeah.
Do you want to start from the whole thing again or just from that part? How do you feel?
It feels good.
Zoomies! Go get him! 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 Get him!
I've got no